I'm Richard Gisbert, and you're with Al Jazeera's Playlist, the show that's about fusion. We're bringing you the most inspired sonic collaborations from around the world, music that brings people and places together. This week is the last in our second series, and we're revisiting the stories and the sounds that have brought the playlist to life. And what's fresh on the fusion scene? Our favorite musicians tell us what they're listening to.
Hey guys, I'm Sergio.
And we recommend
Listen Up.
A list of up-and-coming bands you need to know about. All coming up on the playlist. First up, fusion music is unpredictable, it's exciting, and it's difficult to categorize. It's music that doesn't fit into any definable genre, which in itself can be liberating. And there is the argument that every style of music is a fusion of some sort. Rock and roll, for instance, came out of the blues, whose roots can be traced back to West Africa. Some fusions are rhythmic. They're a marriage of beat patterns, time scales. Others are born when cultures collide. Some are technological. They re-energize the past by electrifying traditional instruments and reworking lost or forgotten melodies. This season, we've seen and heard them all on our travels. And now on the playlist, a look back at some of the fusions we've uncovered during this series. We're getting started with the new rhythms of Barcelona. Danny Macaco's starting point is flamenco, and we'll let him take it from there.
Bueno, a mí cuando me preguntan sobre la fusión de mi música, yo siempre digo fusión sin confusión. Un poco mis pilares así más importantes, pues yo soy de Barcelona y hay una gran influencia en mi música y se puede ver en este disco Puerto Presente de la rumba catalana, que es una manera de una derivación o la parte más groovy de como si dijéramos del flamenco, ¿no? Es lo que correspondería a la música negra, al funky, ¿no? ¿Cuántas manos hay que alzar para que escuchen de nuevo? Entonces, y también tengo una influencia muy grande de la música reggae, que no es mi raíz, ¿no? Porque la música reggae me viene de fuera. Por ejemplo, yo siempre pongo el ejemplo de la rumba catalana, cuando tú tocas un ventilador, chucuchaca, 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 que es un ritmo tipo así, si tú ralentizas, haces ese ventilador más lento, se convierte en un reggae, chucuchaca, 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 chucuchaca. Son como dos ritmos hermanos, aunque sean de mundos diferentes, ¿no?
Related rhythms can also be found in the sounds of Amira Sakati and other Moroccan artists fusing traditional Arabic and Berber elements with electronica.
Ce qu'on trouve au Maroc, c'est la plupart, c'est la fusion, soit de prendre un peu de tout, un peu de ces pays, et en mélangeant avec tout ce qui est traditionnel marocain, comme gnawa, musique berbère.
Marrakech, qui est quand même, si je puis dire, un carrefour un peu international, a permis la rencontre de différents artistes, effectivement, qui ont fait que le mot de fusion
et donc c'est comme une sauce qui ça se donne après plus des sons électroniques et tout ça.
Just as the Arabic world has electrified the oud, Japan's traditional instrument, the shamisen, is reaching a new audience through the power of rock and roll.
日本の伝統の津軽三味線というその殻を破ってやるためにはどうしたらいいのかなと思った時に、もっと普通にいろんな楽器とやればいいということをまず単純に思ったんですよね。でそれを進めたことによって、結果的にそれがフュージョンっぽく見えてるのかもしれないんですけどね。
The most unusual and unexpected sonic fusions often result from cultural clashes, the sound of different people and places coming together and finding something in common. Delhi to Dublin are from Canada. They have a genre-busting sound that sits at the meeting point between classic Indian melodies and Celtic folk music.
And I'm not a historian, right? I'm a musician, so we're just doing what feels good to us. But it turns out that the reason that the two kinds of music work so well together is just that, because they're the same root, you know, they come from the same place.
You actually have a musical language that can speak to each other. You have Celtic string instruments that speak to a long tradition of the sitar.
Sound like something called kuduro. It's a dance music genre invented in Angola 10 years ago. The whole thing sounds like some sort of African rave mashup thing, I don't know. The whole world is looking for different references in terms of music. Maybe instead of doing like a spiritual search in India, everyone is kind of doing like a, how should I call it, an ancestral search in Africa and kind of discovering the new references of a continent who hasn't shared his music with the rest of the world for a while.
As the global music scene expands, new hybrid sounds are making their way into previously uncharted territories. Music fans in the Middle East are getting into Arab rap and heavy metal.
We took the hip hop by the African Americans and we put the Eastern influence, our own influence, to this music. Also, we are coming from the Middle East and from Palestine, so we have a message, political, social, personal, and this is what makes them unique. the sound and the message.
سلام مهدد على حافة الرحيل والجيل الصعب طالع بيسأل شو السبيل يطلع كل الأمة للحرية سبيل يحقق لنا معنى إنسانية.
This is hip hop. You live reality and you just write the reality in rhyme and you do it. So whatever you see around you, you just write it down. And as long as I'm living in Gaza, I was living in Gaza, I see what's going on around me, what was going on around me. So I saw a lot of people dying, a lot of people getting killed, a lot of houses destroyed, a lot of my friends died. So do you expect me to write love songs about that? Sure no.
There's a lot of things that are happening in this region that makes people actually attach themselves to this kind of music. I think the region actually lives the style of heavy metal.
It speaks to a need of young people who are marginalized from their own cultures. You know, they feel marginalized from this global Western-dominated culture, and they need a sense of identity and community.
It's like we bought a canvas in the USA, we brought it here and we paint here a painting which is like the whole painting of the Middle East and Israel.
That's what we do on the playlist. We travel to meet the artists creating the sounds of the future in the lands of fusion.
It's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. Think a little Trinidad to Dublin. It's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. I'm in Mr. Colors, my phone talking. It's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. Think a little Trinidad to Dublin. It's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. I'm in Mr. Colors, my phone talking. Take a little trip, take a little trip.
Un sabio músico colombiano llamado Pantera decía, no nacemos puros, nacemos fusionados.
The key to music is that it's universal.
La fusión siempre ha existido, no creo en las músicas puras. No es un proceso, es un camino. Y yo creo que ese camino nunca para.
It's a journey that takes us to the crossroads of music, the world over. A look back at the very best of this season on the playlist. If you're looking for an instant replay of that item or any story we've covered on the program, you'll find them all on our website. Just go to aljazeera.net/English and look for the link to playlist. We're back after the break with an insider's guide to fusions of the future, a list of what's hot straight from the musicians themselves.